Emily Carter's earliest memories were of her father's laughter echoing through their small home in Cedar Falls. Her mother had been gentle and creative, painting flowers on the kitchen walls. But after her mother's passing when Emily was only 7, those painted flowers became her silent witnesses, symbols of what was lost and what remained. Her father, David Carter, was a man of quiet strength. He worked long hours at a local construction company, returning home covered in dust but never too tired to read Emily her favorite bedtime story. They grew closer in those lonely years, not by choice but by circumstance. David became her entire universe, protector, guide, and the only heartbeat she trusted. As Emily grew, their bond deepened in ways neither could fully understand. David shielded her from the world's cruelty, and Emily, in turn, devoted herself to keeping him happy. When her friends went to sleepovers or parties, she stayed home, watching movies with her dad or helping him fix things around the house. She didn't want him to feel alone, but in truth, she didn't want to feel alone either. High school came and went, and Emily was accepted to a university 3 hours away. The day she packed her suitcase, the house felt unbearably heavy. David stood in the doorway, trying to smile through his unease. "You're ready for this," he said. "You've always been stronger than you think." "I don't feel ready," Emily admitted, her voice trembling. "What if something happens to you while I'm gone?" He laughed softly. "Sweetheart, I've been taking care of myself for 40 years. I think I'll manage a few more days without you." But when she left, she cried the whole way to campus. For the first few weeks, Emily called home every day, sometimes twice. She'd ask what he ate, if he remembered to lock the back door, and whether he missed her. He'd tease her gently, but deep down, he missed her just as much. Still, he wanted her to live her own life, make friends, fall in love, and explore the world. Emily tried, but she couldn't shake the guilt. She avoided dorm events, spending weekends at home. Her roommates noticed how quiet she was, how she always seemed distracted when her phone buzzed. One day, her friend Mia asked, "Why don't you ever stay for the weekend? You act like you're running away from something." "I'm not," Emily replied quickly. I don't like being away from my dad too long." Mia smiled gently. "You love him a lot. But you also deserve to live your life. He'd want that for you." That night, Emily sat by the dorm window and realized how deeply her father's presence defined her sense of safety. Her love wasn't wrong, it was just tangled in fear. Fear of growing up, fear of losing him, fear of being alone. Then, one cold winter evening, David called from the hospital. He had slipped at work and injured his shoulder. Panic flooded Emily. She skipped class, drove 3 hours straight home, and burst into the hospital room in tears. Seeing him sitting upright, smiling at her, she finally broke down. "Dad, you scared me," she sobbed. "I can't lose you too." He reached out with his good arm, wiping her tears. "You're not going to lose me, Em. But you can't keep living like this, afraid of what might happen. You've got your own story to write." That night changed everything. She began therapy at her college, where she learned to separate love from fear, to see that letting go wasn't abandonment, it was growth. By senior year, Emily had blossomed. She still called her dad often, but she also traveled, joined clubs, and planned her future. When she got a job offer in another state, she hesitated only once before saying yes. On her final night at home, she sat beside her father in the backyard. Fireflies flickered in the grass, and a soft breeze carried the scent of rain. David smiled. "Your mom would be so proud of you." Emily leaned her head on his shoulder. "You made me who I am. And now," he said gently, "it's your turn to live your life." At the airport the next morning, Emily hugged him tightly. For the first time, she didn't cry out of fear, she cried out of gratitude. Their bond was no longer rooted in loss, but in love that had learned to breathe. As she walked away, she glanced back and saw her father standing there, waving proudly. She smiled through her tears, whispering, "Goodbye, Dad, but never farewell."